And welcome back. This is your man Warrior, and now you've got some bounty hunters. They've been newly reworked, and you're sitting there going, I know that they're not the best for arena, but they're great for PvE. There's a lot of really great things. I'm thinking about going bounty hunters because they look fun. What's the Zeta order I should be focused on? So today we're going to go through the Zeta order for the bounty hunters to what's most important to what's the least important and why. All right, let's get started. Number 1. Bossk leadership ability on the hunt. It provides 5% health and protection regeneration when anybody gets a buff or a debuff. And so either way, whether they get buffs or debuffs, they're going to recover health and protection. This brings about an insane amount of durability to the team. Number 1 Zeta in the league for all of these characters if you're looking at the best bang for your buck. Number 2, his unique. This unique is going to allow him to gain another taunt after he loses his taunt, provided that weakest enemy you were targeting still has protection. So it's going to keep you on the straight and narrow and allow for protection to your other squishier characters until what you were attempting to do, which was hit the weakest enemy, has been completed and everybody gets their payouts. Number 3, threaten. This is going to add for Grito a stun for 1 turn if the target is reduced to less than 20% turn meter. This is probably going to happen because he reduces a significant amount of turn meter equal to his critical chance. So if you can get his critical chance way up there, you are also going to get some critical chance buffs from himself. He can throw that up as well, which means he can get up to 100% critical chance pretty easily, which means he can remove basically 100% turn meter, which means that this Zeta will happen more times than not. And it adds a stun for 1 turn if they had their turn meter reduced to less than 20%. So if they were at 60 or 70 or 80% turn meter, you don't even need 100% turn meter. You would only need 30, 40, or 50% turn meter to get it below. The stun itself cannot be resisted. Now, why this one's important and why it's more important than Boba Fett's or Dengar's is obviously Bossk's leadership ability is number 1 because he's got the best leadership ability of all of them in my opinion. And then his unique allows for his leadership to play out and for everybody to survive with his extra taunting. But then Grito brings in the stun that's absolutely necessary for PvE and PvP, not necessarily for raids unless you're talking about the ads, but it won't work on the raid bosses. But for all the other PvE, such as the dark side territory battles, this stun is absolutely critical. We do get a stun with Dengar, but you don't need a Zeta for that stun. You do need a Zeta for this particular stun, and it's a very good one because as long as their turn meter is reduced to less than 20%, it cannot be resisted. Number 4. Now, I had a hard time with number 4 and number 3. I had Grito as number 3 and Boba Fett as number 4, but I really wanted to put Boba Fett in the number 3 slot as the second most important one. And the reason is this Zeta gives him his ship so much more health and more speed that it's really important for the Zeta to go if you're using his ship in the ship's arena. However, it's not as usable as far as the actual ability as Grito's ability to stun, specifically in PvE. So with that, the extra 100% protection regeneration on a finishing blow is phenomenal. It allows for him to be very, very durable. And even though Bossk's leadership ability recovers health and protection when they resist or get buffs and debuffs, it's still much faster recovery on protection when you kill something and get instantly 100% back. So this would be the number 4 Zeta. And number 5, Grizzled Veteran. This is a completely unnecessary Zeta. You can do it if you're running bounty hunters, but in my opinion, this is a complete waste. And this is why. He is already awesome without the Zeta. The extra 3% health and protection when this ability triggers is not needed for any area of the game. Not only is Bossk going to be taunting a lot, but he's going to, he as in Dengar, will be stealthed much of the time. And it's really awesome without the gain anyway. So to just get a little bit of health and protection regeneration when one of these two abilities trigger is an unnecessary health and protection gain. What I'm saying is that Bossk's leadership ability already does this better than this does for itself. And, he's going to be stealthed and you have a tank taunting anyway. So this is really, of all of the new Zetas, this is the one that I would say is the least important and unnecessary for the characters and would be in the number 5 slot. So what are your thoughts? Are you using the bounty hunters? If so, what's your Zeta priority list? Do you agree with me? Do you think that Bossk should be highest priority with Grito second below that? And of course, Boba Fett and then Dengar? Or do you think the Zeta priority should be different than I suggested? If you have a differing opinion, leave them in the comments down below and keep your gaming on. Warrior, out.